Hey, what's up, guys? Big Rob Cichlids here. Morning. Just doing a little update on my tank. As you could see, I did a rescape on my tank. I pulled out the wood that I had, and I pulled out the live plants. And funny story, the guy who actually inspired me to put live plants in this tank is Ben Ochart. First time I put some plants in here was I don't know, some type of grass found from a local dude, and by the next morning it was all gone. These guys just ate it. These guys picked at it. You know, I kind of was told by people and then researched that it's hard to put any kind of live plants in here, and then found Anubias might work better. So I put some Anubias in here. Worked out for a little bit, but yeah, they still pick at it and whatnot. So it eventually just started looking not as appealing anymore. So I ended up just getting rid of it. And then that wood, the wood was over here in the left corner, kind of by these two rocks on the left, maybe by the one over in the right in the middle. It was a pretty good sized piece of wood, but what was happening with the wood is behind it, it kept creating a dead zone that this wave maker wasn't able to get behind. So it was creating a dead zone, and yeah, I just didn't really like the whole fact that waste kept getting built behind it. So I got rid of it, and got rid of a couple of the other river rocks that were in it also. And I don't know what this rock is called, honestly. Actually, I got it over at my work. We had a big pile of it, so I kind of just picked a few pieces through it, and got the ones I guess I kind of liked most, and just started working with it, I guess. But yeah, I'm happy with it, man. It looks pretty good. So far, there's no waste buildup in any dead zones, I guess. Seems like it's working out pretty good. I got some new fish too, man. I got an OB right there. I was told he's an electric blue OB. Not sure if I'm agreeing with that. His body is more the shape of a peacock, not a hap, but I'm not sure what he's bred with either. He's good looking, and honestly, I wasn't going to get him, to be honest. My first choice of what I wanted was another Z-Rock. I used to have a Z-Rock long ago, but they killed him, and he's kind of stashed up in this corner from time to time, but there he is. Let's see if I can get a better angle at him. Yeah, there he is. I see him up there, then he moves around, and I just got him on Saturday, so he's still trying to figure stuff out, I guess. But I got me a Z-Rock, and then I saw this dude in one of his tanks. He's a red shoulder hybrid. Not sure what he's hybrided with, but man, when I saw him, I was like, damn, I gotta have that fool. So those were my two choices. 40 bucks a fish. And actually, story is I had, I'm not sure if you guys saw him in any previous videos, but there was a couple other different rocks back here, and right back behind these rocks I had a 2-inch inside diameter by 24-inch long piece of black PVC, and I had a fire eel in this tank, and I loved him, man. He was so cool. And the reason I got him is because Ed's Fish Room down in Phoenix is where I get most of my fish from. I do have a few fish in here from Blazing Tough Cichlids. He's also down in Phoenix. Jaime, good dude, man. You know, me and him get along really good. So I got a few fish in here from him, but Ed from Ed's Fish Room is where I get most of my fish, or where I've gotten most of my fish from. He keeps fire eels with his cichlids, so you know, when I saw that, I thought, man, it's working for him, so hopefully it works for me. So I thought I'd try it. But these guys were definitely a little bit too aggressive for him. And he was a good 14, 15 inches long, but they were still a little too aggressive. There's way too many of these guys than there are of him, and they were getting a little too aggressive. They weren't beating him up yet, but I was scared that they were going to start to beat him up. As a matter of fact, my Banga Yellow here was getting pretty crazy with him. He started mouthing him. It's kind of an odd thing to see, but he would open his mouth and he would bump. He would hit him, not bite him. He would just kind of push on him with his mouth open, and it would force him into the tube. So it was definitely a dominance thing, and it just made me think, yeah, I don't want these guys to kill him. So I got a hold of Ed, and that's where I bought the eel from, if I didn't say that already. I got a hold of Ed, and I said, you know, man, it's not working out. I'm going to sell him. And he said he'd take him back. And he says, I'll give you 2 fish, because I wanted $80 for the eel, $40 a fish. He said, I'll give you 2 fish for him. So the Z-Rock was my first choice, like I said. And see, Z-Rock is now gone from up there. There he is down here. Z-Rock was my first choice. I had one a long time ago, if I didn't say that already. I had one a long time ago, but they killed his ass. And then that red shoulder hybrid was the one I wanted second. But my daughter, 14-year-old, she came with me on the trip. She saw this guy, and she said, Dad, you don't have one that looks like him, at least not the white, so you should get him. So I decided, you know what, Z-Rock and this guy, okay, Ed, I want this guy and the Z-Rock. But I could not help but going back and looking at this red shoulder hybrid. I was like, damn, man, I want that dude. So Ed actually ends up telling me, you know what, man, just take him. He's like, just take him and pay me later, because I didn't have the other $40 to spend at the time. So he said, just take him and pay me later. So we worked that out. I went Saturday morning down to Phoenix, got these new fish, took back the eel, and redid the tank. So I'm gonna do a water change, and I'm gonna clean those wave makers, clean them out, pull them out and clean them out. And yeah, I'll probably come back from time to time. Alright guys. Alright guys, just to give you, I don't know, a little watch along, I guess, but I pulled my tops off, moved my light back, and that's what first off I do when I do a water change. Next thing I do is I'm going to actually unplug this filter on this side. Damn it, you can't see nothing but the lamp. But yeah, there you go. I turn that one off. But I'm going to leave that wave maker going most of the time. Keep circulating that water, and then honestly by the time it gets down this low, it'll start oxygenating the water. So look, uh-oh, here we go. They're going to go at it again. Uh-oh, look at that. He backed down a little bit, not sure what went on there. Or if he was just trying to tell him, stay over, keep to your end of the deal, because actually I just fed them. So maybe he's telling them you can't have none. But like I said earlier this morning, they were going at it pretty good. Alright, I'm going to continue with the water change. Alright, so just so you see what I've done is I added actually, oh, you didn't even see my hose, but I keep my hose in my hospital tank. Hospital tank's not running right now. But I screw on that siphon end right there, put a little hose clamp on it, and I'm running it out to the outside in the yard now. It's starting to get cold, man, so all the leaves are blowing all over the place, as you can see. It's windy today too. It's only supposed to be like 50 something today. It's cold. But anyway, I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna siphon right there at that end. And yeah, I mean, I guess that's probably about it for my video. Next video I'll show maybe is after the water change is done. And yeah, cool guys, have a good one.